Josh,
Hey,
aside from talking to this guy, how is your day going so far?
it's going good, man. We've had a few of these now, so everyone's been cool, everyone's been great, and I'm so happy to sit here and talk with you.
Oh, well, likewise. So, how much of Josh the human being is there in the Clive Gogo character?
Oh boy. I mean, I guess there has to be a little bit just because to make him like an actual realized human, I think everyone there has to be like a little piece of me. But it was, to be honest with you, Darren, it was really a departure. I really had to put a lot on to, as far as the voice goes, the physicality, all of that was sort of manufactured. So I'd say maybe about maybe like 15-20%.
Is there still a group thread going on with the actors from this series? Yeah, that's the sign that you know you like the people you work with.
I know. Yeah, there is a little bit with some of us. Yeah, definitely. Because, we're all over the place. We're in LA, we're in London, we're in New York, we're in, I think, Philadelphia, so we try to keep up with each other.
Fantastic. How'd you wind up in this particular role? Was it a traditional audition?
Yeah, man, it was a traditional self tape. And actually, I was working at a restaurant at the time. And I sent her the self tape, and the next day, the casting director wanted to, meet on Zoom. But I was working at the restaurant, so I had to go down in the basement. I'd like leave all my tables and go meet with this casting director to talk about potentially joining this project. And then 2 weeks later, after a pretty brutal process, it panned out in my favor. So I'm still walking on clouds right now.
Cool. Well, if I've done my stalkery research right, you're from Norman, Oklahoma, where I've had the pleasure of going.
Oh yeah, born and raised. Yeah.
Any run-ins with JR, Jim Ross, while you're out there?
No, 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 no. I wish maybe now that like you said this, I'm gonna run into him like all the time now. But when I go
What
back,
about Barry Switzer?
Barry Switzer, maybe twice or three times in my life. Yeah.
Blake Griffin?
Blake Griffin, yeah, same with Blake. Blake doesn't. They don't. These people don't know me, but I know them, and I like run into them in passing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really cool town to have grown up in. When did you leave it?
Oh boy. So I left in 20. I moved to Louisville, Kentucky in 2014 for a year of
Oh,
work here, and then moved to New York after that. So I haven't lived in Oklahoma properly in almost 10 years.
and in Louisville, so much is filmed around there.
Yeah.
So many music festivals happening around there. Wow, you kind of had all the luck in terms of the cities to live in.
Yeah, Louisville was awesome. Louisville was awesome. Norman is like very, it's being born and raised there. I think it's so. It was a great. Oklahoma was a great place to live.
And now I'd say 1 in 8 people that I interview, where'd you shoot your film? Oh, Oklahoma.
Yeah, yeah. It's getting. So Sylvester Stallone was just down there with Tulsa King. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's picking up for sure.
Are you finding most of the things that you're shooting are in traditional LA and New York settings?
Well, I was a New York actor, and Saint X has definitely been my kind of like my splash into the world. So, but most of my stuff was in New York just because I was doing small roles here and there on different shows that shot around here. But we shot in New York and the Dominican Republic. So I'm not sure I have an answer because it seems to be all over the place.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. Well, the last thing I have to ask you before I let you go, Saint X, it's old to you in a way. To us, the general populace, it is
Yeah.
new. Are you
Yeah.
allowed to say what's next, where we could see you next, or do we just have to follow you on Instagram and be surprised?
I mean, yeah, yeah. Follow me on Instagram and be surprised. And then because I don't know what's next.
Okay.
I'll be surprising myself as well. There's so many amazing projects out there that I would be so honored and so hyped to join. It's just about finding the right fit now.
That is the most refreshingly honest answer I've ever gotten. It's usually oh, I got things going on. I just can't tell you. Yeah.
Nah, man, that's the Oklahoma in me. We keep it honest.
Well, Josh, I appreciate your time. Congratulations on this great role of yours and looking forward to whatever is next when we're allowed to find out about it.
I am too, buddy. Nice to meet you, Darren.
Paltrocast.